But I find this, this lone tree drying, but still hanging on to life. For me, the landscape, the space that we inhabit, and how we work within it says so much about us. So today, heading across Nevada and into California. I'm gonna camp at a KOA. I don't usually camp at KOAs, but I need to recharge my camera batteries. I need to take a shower. Some important things need to happen. I haven't done the past couple days. Done some, a lot of hard work. Not very clean. So we'll get there about 5 o'clock, and I don't know if I'm going to do much else. I might just, look at my images, process them, read a book. I don't know. Get cleaned up. Maybe reorganize the car. It's a little bit of a mess as we're going in and out and stopping and grabbing different cameras and whatnot. So, anyways, that's where I'm at here. The drive is beautiful. Enjoying that. So, check it out. That's one thing I noticed driving through Nevada. There's always a haze. Nevada is just 6,000 to 7,000 foot pass, and then you're into the basin. Feels that, And 6,000 to 7,000 foot pass into a basin. 6 to 10. It's just that over and over and over and over. A rant. I was just reading that the National Christian something was promoting a bill in Uganda that made it legal to murder gay people. What the fuck? I don't know how you call yourself Christian and have that as part of your platform. That is a group that's based in the United States, and actually Chick-fil-A is a big supporter of them. They give them lots of money. Whew! Man, you call yourself a Christian and support murdering another human being and go so far as to enable a government to make that legal? I just don't have the words. What are we doing? I mean, how long before that comes to this country? And it's desolate, it's kind of beautiful, and also very repetitive. 6,000 to 7,000 foot pass, and then you're into the basin. 6,000 to 7,000 foot pass into a basin. 6 to 10. It's just that over and over and over and over. Well, big developments. We have lunch today. It's a Twix ice cream bar, which is necessary. Calories and the coldness in this weather. So, I'm going to enjoy it. There's usually a lot of mountains around you. That's one thing, Nevada is that state where you're in that basin and then the mountains just shoot up. Or Colorado, they're abrupt, but there's always these foothills and things like that before you go up into them. And in Nevada, it's just flat, boom. All right, good morning. Had a great bike ride this morning. I was up early. Camping's not always conducive to sleeping, but I actually slept really well, just not long. So watched the sunrise, had some oatmeal, and found a great trail. I think it's called the Iceman Trail, just outside of Ely, Nevada. Just a wonderful climb up. I didn't quite do the whole thing. Got tired, got time or whatever, and I'm taking photographs and videos on the way up, so it takes longer than it should, and I'm trying to get on the road, get west. But what a great ride. It was probably about 50 degrees, and started out with this nice gentle climb. It didn't look like you were climbing. It certainly felt like you were climbing, but it wasn't terrible. But yeah, it was like, am I going up? I don't know. Definitely were. And then you really started going up and winding up the mountain. And that was nice. So, got a 1,000-foot climb in, and then the ride down was just, wonderful. It was flowy. The trail was well cared for. There was no down trees or anything. Just no, not too technical. I don't mind some tech, but this was just a nice ride, which was kind of good for me because I'm out here by myself. I'm not a great mountain biker. I'm maybe average. So one, I'm by myself, and two, my skills are okay. So it was probably a perfect trail for me. Hey, I was just thinking about, what I do. I like to wander. I want to understand this world, our place in it. And something like this really catches my eye. I'm just in the middle of, Nevada, literally, going through US 50. They call it the Loneliest Highway, and you can see it as you go through it. Wind's blowing. It's not bad today. It's like 75, maybe getting closer to 80 right about now. It's been a beautiful day for driving. I just stopped and take this tree photograph. Let's do several photographs with different cameras, different ideas. But I find this lone tree drying, but still hanging on to life. For me, the landscape, the space that we inhabit, and how we work within it says so much about us. And we're all mixed, right? We're not good, we're not bad, we're just like this ball of all this stuff pulling apart. And like this tree, looks dead, but it's alive. There's this here, tenacious. It's probably older than me, I don't know. I'm about as tall as it, but this thing's been around, I'm going to guess, longer than me. And I find that inspirational and also a warning, as I find most of our life as. The settling of this country displaced the Native Americans. I have very mixed feelings about that. I love this country, I love this land, I want to explore it, but it came at a cost, a human cost, that wasn't just, right? But we all want to survive and thrive, and this really comes down to it, right? We all feel we have the right to live. It's just that how much are we willing to put ourselves above others is the big question, I guess. Can we live in a place of balance with other people, even though taking from them something? There's a lot of big questions here, but something like this makes me think about these things, and it becomes symbolic for them. Same with our government right now is, in my opinion, a huge negative place. Not because politics, but because of the cruelty they're doing. Anything good our government has done or is doing, they're actively trying to get rid of, and they're only going to leave, in my opinion, the bad, the capitalist exploitation, self-centered greed of this country and the wealthy people who pretty much run it is all that's going to be left, and everyone else is going to be left behind, literally. That's how I see this shaking out, unless we can do something big to stop it and get back and hopefully get some at least balance. If not, go back the other way where we can do good. While I loved driving through the arid west of America, sometimes it's just too much space, too much time to think, or other times maybe it's not enough. But for whatever reason, it was nice to get into California, where things started to get greener, trees started to appear. The mountains took on a different form, and water became more present. The trip ahead, heading down towards the Pacific, was coming, and I was excited. Though I wasn't done, I wanted to stop and enjoy, and I had an unexpected visit to Lassen National Volcanic Park. I wasn't planning on going, but trying to make a reservation on the fly, find a campground in Northern California, meant that the one I chose was about 15 miles from Lassen. So I did stop in there. It was only about 8 miles off my route, so it was well worth the time. I wish I would have been able to spend more time there. The mountain was amazing and gorgeous, the lake and water, again, more water and trees. It was a nice change of pace from the arid west. So, but looking forward to more, seeing more, going forward.